U.S. Elections 2020, a guide to the race for the White House. This article is dated 2/9 of 2020, so that's earlier this year. All right. On November 3rd, 2020, Americans will go to the polls and vote. Here's a quick guide to the election process. What's the 2020 election all about? Voters are choosing who will be president for the next 4 years. Can President Donald Trump win re-election? All eyes are on the Democrats. They are in the process of picking a candidate to take on Trump. In 2016, Trump won a surprise victory over Democrat Hillary Clinton. The Republican Party won states that people thought would vote for Democrats. In 2020, however, the Democratic candidate will be different. The issues are different, and the electorate, the people allowed to vote, has changed too. There are other positions at stake. All 435 seats in the House of Representatives are up for the election. Voters will also decide on 34 of the 100 seats in the U.S. Senate. Who can vote? In 2020, more than 250 million Americans will be able to vote. This group of voters will be different than in 2016. They are younger. About 33% of them will be voters of color. 10% will be Generation Z. These are people between ages of 18 and 23. People who can vote do not always go to the polls, though. In the 2016 race, about 42% of voters did not cast a ballot. But in the 2018 midterm race was different. More people turned out then to vote for open seats in Congress. What's about to happen? Currently, the Democrats need to choose a presidential nominee. More than 20 people announced they wanted to run. More women decided to run than in previous years. Several candidates have dropped out. Now it's down to about a dozen candidates. An update, this has changed. There has been a Democratic nominee, that is Joe Biden for the Democratic Party. Candidates discuss issues in public debates. They answer questions about their platforms and ideas. Often candidates need to have a high polling or fundraising numbers to attend. Candidates without enough support have to drop out. What are the primaries? Primaries are elections within the party. They take place in all 50 states. Washington, D.C., and territories such as Puerto Rico also have primaries. Most states have primary elections. People cast votes at a polling place. Some can mail ballots or vote online. Candidates want to get the most delegates. Delegates represent voters from their state. Some states give all of their delegates to one candidate. Other states split up their delegates between candidates. What's a caucus? A handful of states hold caucuses. They hold these instead of primaries. These community meetings can last for hours. People speak in support of candidates. The meetings hold many votes. Finally, one candidate is named the winner. Primaries and caucuses begin early in the year. The Iowa caucuses are held first. Primaries in New Hampshire and South Carolina follow. Then come the caucuses in Nevada. Iowa held its caucus on February 3rd, 2020. Then on March 3rd, 13 states voted in their primaries. This day was called Super Tuesday. Super Tuesday often decides who will get the nomination. Okay, then what? The next major events are national conventions. The convention is partly a big business meeting. It is also a celebration. Delegates attend from all over the country. After days of debate, a candidate is chosen. The president and vice president are officially nominated. The 2020 Democratic National Convention will take place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It will be held on July 13th through 16th. The Republicans will hold their convention August 24th through 27th. It will take place in Charlotte, North Carolina. Update: the Democratic National Convention took place virtually last week. The Republican National Convention is currently happening. Then it will finally be Election Day, right? Not even close. The campaign gets even more intense. Trump will go against the Democratic Party's choice, Joe Biden. The candidates decide where to campaign next. They decide what voters to target. They focus on getting their supporters excited. There will also be several TV debates. Finally, November 3rd, 2020 will come around, and Americans will cast their votes. The votes are added up, and then the Electoral College makes the official decision. How does the Electoral College work? The Electoral College is a voting system. It is the final step in choosing the president. All 50 states and Washington, D.C. participate. There are a total of 538 electoral votes. This number includes 2 Senate seats per state, or 100 in total. It also factors in the number of congressional districts in states, 435 in total. Also, Washington, D.C. gets 3 votes. Districts are based on population counts. The candidate needs 270 votes to win. One candidate might get more popular votes, but they still might lose the election. How? Most states do not split their electoral votes. All of their electoral votes go to one person. It is the candidate with more than half the popular vote. Trump won the Electoral College in 2016. Clinton won the popular vote. Trump won several key states. He received 304 electoral votes, and Clinton received 227 electoral votes.